Hi fellow YouTubers, this isn't my usual sort of video. Usually I'm making carp fishing videos, but another passion of mine is wild camping. So I'm on my way now to a local little wood. It's only about 1.5 miles from where I live, so it shouldn't take me very long to get there. But yeah, looking forward to it really. Weather's been alright, it's quite mild, overcast. See how I get on. Bye for now. Back again. Well, I've entered the wood now and I'm on the trail. It looks like there's been a lot of people up here. You get a lot of dog walkers up here, so without further ado, I'll get on and find where I'm going to go tonight and then catch up with you then. Bye. Well, I ended that last bit of blog a bit abruptly. There was some walkers coming down through the trail and I hate talking into these things in front of everybody else. It's not so bad once you've edited it and then got it onto YouTube, but yeah, I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you the woods that we're in. I won't give it a location, it's just very close to Tiverton in Devon. Here's a trail, more of a fire track than anything else. Quite open on that side, more dense that side. It's just up here on the right hand side past the holly bushes here where I last spent the night with my son Blake. He likes a bit of hanging from the trees and the hammock as well, so but yeah, it didn't take me that long to get here really. I was quite surprised. Once you get a march on, you're on your way. So this is where we were last time. It's like someone's had a go at building a bit of a shelter, I think. Yeah, I'll have a look at that in a minute. Yeah. Right. Well, I'll turn this off now. I'll get myself set up. And then I'll run through my kit. Catch you in a bit. Welcome back. Place I stayed last time was back in the summer and there was a lot more cover. So I decided to move on really. So I've come up the trail a bit further. Found a nice little spot actually. It's quite open, but when it gets dark there's nobody going to see me in here unless they're shining a light directly on me. So what I'm going to do is I'll turn the camera around, show you like that tree there to that tree there. That's where I'm going to string my hammock and my tarp. It's quite clear underneath, so I don't really need to do a lot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a fire this side facing into the wood, because down over the hill there are some farm buildings, so the side of my tarp coming down that way will shield the light from the fire. But fire's for comfort really, more than anything else. You can't beat it, can you? You know, I'm here on my own. I'm only here for the night anyway, so I think I'm fishing tomorrow night at Thursbury in South Molton. So right, let me get this gear set up and I'll get back to you. Well, welcome back. More or less set up now. Got the tarp up, hammock up, under quilt, bag in. So I'll just run through it with you, what I've got, what I'm using, and then I'll have to get on with making myself a little fire pit, clearing out an area to have a fire beside me, and then collect some firewood. Alright, well, without further ado. Alright, the light isn't that fantastic as it's starting to go now, but the tarp is a DD Hammocks multicam 3x3 set up on the diamond configuration. My hammock is a 10th Wonder XL, lightweight. My bag inside is a Pro Force Challenger Light 200, that'll be like my overquilt. My underquilt is the Snug Pack underquilt. Brilliant bit of kit, and it just basically you adjust your bungee cords to what you want. Mine have already been pre-set up so that the top ones get stretched up, pinned into the carabiner there. The bottom ones go on there by my storm ring. I'm held up, obviously I'm using straps with heavy duty carabiners for my hammock. I won't go into knots and stuff like that because there's so much on YouTube about knots and everything, and you know, it's easy enough to find and look up, but you know, yeah, the top's flung over at the moment just so that I can show you, but tonight I'll pull that other side diamond over and peg it down, so then I'm totally sheltered. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it now. Quite warm, I've had to take my jacket off. Whew. So, but yeah, I'll probably have a fire on the ground here somewhere, just outside of the area, and then before I go to sleep, I shall put it out. You know, that's one thing I will say, is don't leave a fire burning all night long unless there's somebody there to look after it all night long. You know, it don't take 5 minutes for everything to go up. Most of this stuff isn't fire retardant. You only need an ember to flick in and you're in a whole world of trouble. So, on the thing of safety, survival aids, I think without doubt the most important piece of kit that you can have with you on any wild camping thing, wilderness adventure, whatever, is a mobile phone. But just make sure it's charged before you leave the house, and also let your loved ones know exactly where you're going, so if you do get into trouble and you need to phone for help, they know where to come looking. You know, simple really, isn't it? So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to start getting this fire sorted out. Made myself up some cotton balls with candle wax earlier on. First time I'm using them, so give them a go. I did try one at home after they were done and I was impressed, so see how we get on. Alright, catch you in a bit. Bye. Okay, so I've gathered myself up some tinder. Next stage up sticks and some bigger sticks. I've got to get myself a couple of more meatier sort of logs so I can hunt some down. I might have to go a little bit further afield. I've cleared the leaves, laid a couple of bigger sticks along to allow some air in underneath. I've put some sticks across. I'm going to see if I can find some beech bark now. Everything's quite damp because we've had a lot of rain, so things are going to need drying out, but yeah, we'll see how we get on. So I'm going to go now and I'm going to see if I can find myself a couple of bigger logs. I'm not going to have a fire for all night anyway, it's just for the evening really. Yeah, it would be quite nice. It's always nice to have a fire. Right, let's go and see if I can track down some of these logs. I think I'll head over that way and have a look. Okay, right. Got myself some bigger logs. Put them at the back of the fire there because they're a bit damp. So I've got a little bag here, with bits and pieces in. Just get into this one. So I'll use my knife. In here is the cotton wool balls I did earlier on. One is all I want. They smell really nice because they were made from scented candles. Right, and I've got a little tin in here as well, which has got my steel in. Voila. Right, so let's just open this up a little bit here. Let's just get... When I was finding some more logs, I found some of this dry grass and stuff. Really nice. So, I couldn't find any beech bark without stripping it off of trees, and what was there was absolutely sodden. So, I thought best of it. But, this should do it. Right, so I'll go then. Here we go. open that up a little bit. Get a bit more fibres out. I think the trick is just to like half soak them. That's better. This stuff burns really easy, really quick. But I don't mind that because I want to generate some heat in here. Some of this bigger kindling on, you see now. It'll give the fire a little bit more bite to it. Right, well, I'll turn this off for a minute and we'll come back to it in a bit when I've got it going properly. Okay, so the fire's going a bit better now. So I've brought over all my bigger sticks and I'm just stacking them up around. They're quite wet, so I want to dry them out really. You know. So I'm putting them around the fire and get a bit of heat into them. And as the night progresses, I can pull them off as I please and then use them. Only gather enough wood for what you're actually going to need for your fire. There's no point having an absolute mountain of wood if you're not going to use it. You know, I've got just enough here for what I need for tonight and a fire for a couple of hours. That's the thing, problem with wild camping is that I haven't asked for permission off of anybody to be in these woods. There's a bridleway runs right through them and the general public come up here all the time, and the school comes up here as well, one of the ones my children go to actually, and they make camps. I'll show you one in the morning, there's one up there. I think what we come across earlier on that I showed you was something that the school children did, and the teachers show them how to light fires in a safe manner and how to control them, which is really, really good really. It's good for my son anyway because he loves this. He wanted to come tonight, but his hammock and sleeping bag setup really is suited for the summer. He's only got a foam mat for his underquilt, so I should really invest in another snug pack really for him, but yeah, 90 quid. But yeah, this doesn't get much better than this. Better than watching the bloody TV, innit? I haven't brought any tea or coffee and that with me today. I've just bought water. That's what I'm going to drink. Food wise, I'm going to cook on my little stove, little compact stove that I've brought with me. I'm going to be doing beans with luncheon meat cut to cubes with some curry powder, which was a little tip I got off of YouTube from Funky Prepper, and I thought that looked really nice. And I like me curry and I like me beans and I love luncheon meat, so it's a winner all round. So I'm going to give that a go. I'm quite happy with the cotton wool balls in wax. It's just one, that's all it needed. And up she goes. All that you can see there now with the fire and the wood around is all I'm going to be burning tonight. I pushed all the leaves back around to create sort of shelter. There's no wind anyway, but it creates a sort of shield. The sticks around it are dry and are creating a shield to push the heat towards me. It's all done so I can reach it without burning myself, so it's safe. So yeah, I'll catch you in a bit. Lovely. I'm sat in the hammock now, and yeah, this is lovely. Fire's going nicely. I can hear the wood fizzing, it's drying out. Just had a barn owl a minute ago, which was quite nice. This wood is made up of beech, oak, pine, conifers, it's all sorts here. It's really diverse. A proper little ecosystem with natural abundance of lots of different species of trees, all good for one thing or another. I would advise against hacking off limbs of live trees, mind, for burning wood. It's not really the done thing, really, especially not when there's so much on the ground that's dead, you know, and you might look at it and think, oh, it's wet. But that wet wood will dry a hell of a lot quicker and burn better than live wood. So leave them alone. Just pick up what you need. And remember, once you've done with your fire and it's gone out and it's cool, scatter it. Leave the places you left it. No scorch mark on the ground. Even if you've got to get your spade out or whatever, just to scrub the ground a bit, just to get rid of the last of the black before you scatter some leaves over to make it look like you weren't there. But yeah, what a lovely night. I'm sat in my t-shirt at the moment. It's January. Yeah, lovely. Well, I've sorted myself out. I've hung my rucksack in the tree, put my bargain cover over it. Anything I need, it's there. It's at the end, underneath the tarp, so they don't give rain, so that's one good thing. It should be off in the morning. I'm not sure what time, but it'll be when it is, really. You know, at the moment it's nice just sitting here. When the boy sees this video, when I put it on YouTube, he'll be kicking himself. He'll be plaguing me to take him again. As I said, most of my videos are fishing, but you know, it's not the only string to my bow. I wouldn't say I was a bushcrafter or a survival specialist. I'm just a bloke who likes sleeping out in the woods, bizarre as it sounds. Yeah, right, well, I'll sign off for this now for a minute, and I'll give you a little update later on, see how we're going. That fire's looking absolutely smashing. Right, bye for now. Well, the fire is going lovely. I've just got a few smaller bits because it was sort of dying a little bit because of the dampness of the wood, so
I always find what helps is if we stick some leaves on the top, not right around it, just over the top, to create a canopy to keep the heat in, help dry the wood out. And then as those leaves dry, they then catch fire, and then which just creates even more heat around the logs to help dry them out. So that's what I did, and I brought the fire proper back to life. Got a lot more of the smaller sticks as well to put in. They dry out quicker, catch fire faster, give the bigger stuff a chance to dry out a bit more. I think it's what time is it? It's only about 5:30, but should be thinking about tea soon, I think. Quite hypnotic, isn't it, fire? Okay, so what I've done is I've chopped up my luncheon meat, and I've had a little bit of curry powder with it first, which is I think the funky prepper Darren, he put his in after with the beans, but rather than get the stove out, I'm going to do this on the fire, I think, tonight. Lovely. Get a bit more heat in there, and that will start warming them cubes of meat up and getting that fat hot. Put that pan in the side of them embers there. Oh yeah, looking good and smelling better. Cool. Plenty of that old curry powder in that. That's bubbling away. That's only next to the fire, on top of some hot embers. Looking good. It's nice, this sort of cooking. It's simple and basic, but beans is good for you. Luncheon meat's full of fat, lots of protein, carbs in there, fibre in there. Right, well that's nearly ready. I'm going to turn this off and eat me tea. Catch you in a bit. Well, just stoked the fire up again. Just laid in the hammock at the moment. Bloody lovely out here. I don't think it's going to be a very cold night. Needs to be quite warm, in fact. But I shall wrap up nice and warm anyway, so I shan't get cold. Which is really good. Get a lovely bit of heat from here off that fire. It's really, really nice. But yeah, so I'll say goodnight and talk to you in the morning. Bye.
Morning. Well, I made it through the night. Funny enough, it's actually like 20 to 10 now. I did get up a little bit earlier on to go for a pee and a drink, and then crash back out again. These hammocks are so comfy. When you're gone, you're gone. And warm last night. God. I remember having to unzip my jacket and my sleeping bag to get a little bit of air in there because I was sweating. So the under blanket certainly does its job, but it wasn't cold anyway. So I'm going to be starting to pack up very, very soon. Have a smoke, I think, first. A little scout about. A few dog walkers moving about now, so time for me to get my stuff together and get out of here. Catch you before I go. Bye. Well, I'm all packed up now. I'm ready to go. So I'll turn the camera around, show you where I was. You see my bag and that's still there. You can see what I've done with the fire. Got a little carrier bag with me. Pick up my rubbish, take it home. Any of us I see, pick it up, take it home. You know, countryside's there for everybody. Just because some mindless people leave their litter around doesn't mean we all have to, does it? You know, the cleaner we keep it, the more acceptable we become. You know, so. And that tree, so that tree in my bag was where my hammock was. And the fire was there, in the middle of the shot now. But yeah, been a lovely night. Had a dog walker come up through, and one of his black Labradors made off with me pot of curry powder, little blighter. I got it back, mine, but I think that one's going to be going in the bin when I get back. Right, well, this is the first one of these wild camping videos that I've done, so please leave a comment. If you like, say so. Any questions, just ask. If I can't answer them, there'll be somebody on YouTube that can. Till next time, bye.